You saved $1 million, maybe more. You finally retired, and now you're afraid to spend it. Sound familiar? You watch your portfolio balance like it's a patient on life support. You take one trip, feel guilty, and spend the next 3 months wondering if you ruined your retirement. Here's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to show you the actual math, portfolio by portfolio, from $1 million all the way to $10 million for exactly how much you can spend on travel every year without ever running out of money. Because you earned this, and a number on a spreadsheet shouldn't be the reason you die having never seen the Amalfi Coast. Here's the thing. Most retirement books don't talk about. The research on retirement spending clearly shows that retirees consistently underspend, not overspend. Study after study finds that people who retire with significant savings are so afraid of running out of money that they spend far below what their portfolio can safely support. They delay the trips, they book the cheaper room, they don't go at all. And then, in their mid to late 70s, their health changes. Travel becomes harder. The window closes. The number one regret of retirees? Not spending more in their healthy years. There's also the flip side. Nearly 2/3 of Americans aged 50 and older say travel is an important retirement goal, but more than half worry that the high cost of travel could derail their plans entirely. That tension, wanting to travel but fearing the cost, is exactly what today's math is designed to solve. So, let's solve it, step by step, with real numbers. Start here, the safe withdrawal rate. Before we can talk travel budgets, you need to understand one foundational concept, the safe withdrawal rate. The safe withdrawal rate is the percentage of your portfolio you can take out each year, adjusted for inflation, without running out of money over a 30-year retirement. The original rule of thumb, developed by financial researcher William Bengen back in 1994, was 4%. Pull 4% per year, adjust for inflation, and your money should last 30 years in nearly any market scenario. The 4% rule, Bengen, 1994. The number has been refined since then. Morningstar's 2025 retirement income research suggests that 3.9% is the highest safe starting withdrawal rate for retirees seeking consistent inflation-adjusted spending with a 90% probability of having funds remaining at the end of a 30-year retirement period. Bengen's own later research, based on expanded historical data, suggests the original 4% rule may have been conservative. He calculated a historical maximum safe withdrawal rate of 4.7%. So the safe range, backed by current research, sits between 3.7 and 4.7%, depending on your asset allocation, your timeline, and whether you have other income like Social Security or a pension. For our math today, we'll use 4% as our working number, the middle of the road, the one most people have heard of and still well supported by the data. Here's the key. The 4% rule is your total withdrawal. Everything, housing, food, healthcare, travel, comes out of that number. Travel is just one slice of the pie. Now, let's cut that pie by portfolio size. I'm going to walk through 5 portfolio sizes. For each one, I'll show you the total annual safe withdrawal, a realistic baseline for living expenses, and what that leaves for travel. These are estimates. Your actual expenses will vary, but the framework is real. Portfolio number 1, $1 million. At 4%, your annual withdrawal is $40,000. Now, the average American household in retirement spends roughly $50,000 to $55,000 a year total. If your Social Security covers $20,000 of that, which is close to the average benefit for a couple, your portfolio only needs to cover the remaining $20,000 in living expenses. That leaves $20,000 a year for travel. $20,000 a year is not nothing. According to Investopedia, retirees can plan on spending around $5,000 a year on travel for the next 10 to 15 years of retirement, with a big European vacation running around $10,000. At $20,000, you're taking 2 major international trips per year, or one big adventure and several domestic trips. $1 million portfolio to $20,000 per year travel budget with Social Security supplement. The critical factor at this portfolio size, Social Security is your best friend. Maximize it. If you can delay claiming until 70, your monthly benefit could be 76% higher than at 62. That extra income directly expands what your portfolio can do for travel. Portfolio number two, $2 million. At 4%, the annual withdrawal is $80,000. A couple at this level, with Social Security bringing in, say, $30,000 combined, has $110,000 in total annual income. Living comfortably on $65,000 to $70,000 a year leaves $40,000 to $45,000 for travel and discretionary spending. $40,000 in travel money is genuinely life-changing. That's a river cruise through Europe, a 2-week safari in Tanzania, a month in Southeast Asia, or a mix of smaller trips throughout the year. $2 million portfolio to $40,000 to $45,000 travel and discretionary per year. At this level, the question shifts from can I afford to travel to how do I want to travel? That's a good problem to have. Portfolio number three, $3 million. Annual withdrawal at 4% is $120,000. Add Social Security, let's say $36,000 combined, and you're looking at $156,000 in total income. After $75,000 in living expenses, you have $80,000 or more available for travel, luxury upgrades, gifts to family, and the things that make retirement feel like retirement. At $80,000 per year in discretionary spending, you're in business class seating, boutique hotels, and private tours. You are the traveler that travel agents love to talk to. Portfolio number four, $5 million. At 4%, that's $200,000 per year. At this level, living expenses are a rounding error. Even a generous $100,000 annual lifestyle leaves $100,000 plus purely for experiences. Private villa rentals, first-class international flights, chartered sailboats in Croatia, multi-generational family trips where you bring the grandkids along. $5 million portfolio to $100,000 plus experience budget. Take the grandkids. Go first class. Do it. The math at this level almost doesn't matter as much as the psychology. The danger isn't running out of money, it's waiting too long to spend it. Portfolio number five, $10 million. Annual withdrawal at 4%, $400,000. At this portfolio size, you are not taking 4% to survive. You're taking it as a framework. Your actual spending will likely be well below your sustainable withdrawal rate, meaning your portfolio continues to grow even as you spend generously. Among affluent U.S. adults, those with $1 million or more in assets who typically spend $10,000 or more on leisure travel annually, 29% expect to spend $50,000 or higher on travel alone in a single year, and 34% anticipate spending between $25,000 and $49,999. At $10 million, you're not budgeting for travel. You're deciding what kind of legacy you want to leave and what kind of memories you want to make before you do. $10 million portfolio. Travel is not a budget line. It's a lifestyle decision. Now, before you run out and book a round-the-world cruise, let me give you 4 things that could change these numbers and that every single one of you needs to factor in. First, healthcare costs are the wild card. Fidelity estimates that a couple retiring today may need $330,000 or more for healthcare over the course of retirement, and that doesn't include long-term care. If your portfolio has to carry heavy healthcare costs, the travel slice gets smaller. Healthcare is the #1 budget disruptor in retirement. Plan for it first. Second, inflation bites. The 4% rule adjusts for inflation annually, but travel costs, hotel rates, and airfares have risen faster than general inflation in recent years. Your $20,000 travel budget in year one may need to be $24,000 by year seven just to do the same trips. Third, the smile curve of retirement spending. Research shows retirees naturally spend more in early retirement, the go-go years, slow down in their mid-70s, the slow-go years, and then often spike again at the end due to healthcare costs. Your travel budget should be front-loaded. Spend more now, not later. Fourth, sequence of returns risk. If the market drops 30% in year one of your retirement, your portfolio base is smaller, and the same 4% withdrawal is now eating a bigger slice. Keep 1 to 2 years of living expenses in cash or short-term bonds so you're never forced to sell equities in a downturn just to fund a trip to Italy. These 4 factors don't kill the math, they just mean you need a plan, not just a number. Let me give you 3 things to walk away with today. The first, the math is more generous than your anxiety. At every portfolio level, from $1 million to $10 million, there is real, sustainable money available for travel, especially when Social Security is in the picture. You are probably not as constrained as you feel. Second thing to remember, front load your travel. The research is clear. Retirees in their late 60s and early 70s travel more, enjoy it more, and recover from it better than those who wait. The window is real. Book the trip. Your 3 numbers: safe withdrawal times 4% minus living costs equals travel budget. Third, and most important, a number without a plan is just anxiety with extra steps. Sit down with a fee-only fiduciary financial planner, not someone who earns commissions on what they sell you, but someone who charges a flat fee for honest advice. Run your specific numbers. Then go pack your bag. You didn't work 40 years so your money could outlive your adventures. Go see the world. If this video gave you clarity, hit subscribe. Every week, we break down retirement finance in plain English. No jargon, no sales pitch. Drop a comment below. What's your dream retirement trip and what's been holding you back? I read every single one. And share this with someone who needs to hear that it's okay to spend. Because maybe it's the friend who hasn't booked a trip in 3 years and keeps saying someday. Someday is now. I'll see you in the next video.